Welcome to
EPLACE,
the space for
general talking,
about all things entertaining.
Welcome to E-Space.
Wait, no, I was going to do that.
No. Too late.
Okay, I like it. I was going to say, welcome to E-Space, and then Philip was going to try and do the tagline, the place for general talking for all things entertaining.
But the truth is the 8th episode and I still don't know the intro.
Yeah.
And the joke is on me, I know.
Maybe it's my thing, I don't know, but whatever.
You have a better voice to do that, yeah. Welcome to E-Space.
I've got actually a bit of a croaky voice.
Entertaining.
Sounds like Phoebe, like when she's like sick and
Smelly cat.
smelly cat, oh smelly cat. What are they feeding you?
Yesterday that smelly cat on top of the stairs was fed with a lot of ham. And he loved it.
Good old Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Licking his balls.
Okay,
let's not carry away.
Yeah, let's leave.
Okay, so 8th episode, bro.
Yeah, man.
Last episode before Christmas.
Yeah, and the last episode before the Rise of Skywalker comes out.
And the last episode of 2019. Yeah. So we are planning to do a review of episode 9 just like 3 weeks after the movie release, yeah. So we don't do any spoiler thing.
Yeah, because we'll want to see it maybe a couple of times. And
gonna be honest with you, the other day in the office I tried to murder someone.
What?
Psychologically, of course.
Oh, okay.
He was going to spoil The Mandalorian for me because the guy has access to the Disney Plus already.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I've got an American friend that we might be able to watch it, so we might be able to review it earlier.
But good news, he's almost coming. He's almost up on us.
Really, well, it's like about 3 months away, so for us to get it like properly. But I think we'll wait for a review for The Mandalorian when the show is actually finished.
Yeah, so again, no spoilers for anyone, yeah?
So we might start watching it before it finishes, but we'll see how it goes.
So any more news this week apart from...
I did make a mistake in our episode 6. We were talking about His Dark Materials and there were 16 episodes. It's actually only 8 episodes per season. So the 16 episodes comes from
2 seasons.
2 seasons, yeah.
So he's almost finishing the first season, yeah?
But
he's almost finishing the first season. 2 more episodes, yeah?
We've had 7 episodes by the time this podcast goes out. And so far, because I've actually finished the book now, The Northern Lights, or The Golden Compass in America. Yeah, I've finally finished the first book, and I'm straight into the second book already. The Subtle Knife is awesome. It is so awesome. It's refreshing to read something original and fantasy-like, because I'm heavily into Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and those kind of things. So it's really cool.
Do you know what would be cool? If they did an actual Harry Potter 20 years after, yeah?
What, like The Cursed Child?
Yeah, but a better version because I heard...
Have you not read it?
They mess around a lot with time travel, yeah?
Yeah, that part of it is fun for a play production, but for a story, it was kind of, hey, I'm just rehashing parts from the other books.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Back to the Future Part 2, although not quite as cleverly written. But it's still good, though. It is very good.
Okay. No, I never read the play or see the play at all, yeah?
They could easily make a movie out of it if they change the story in some places.
Maybe they will do after they finish the...
David Yates said that he might do it.
After they finish the Fantastic Beasts.
Well, yeah, let JK focus on that at the moment, because after the second film, a lot of fans are in disarray.
She needs to do some rewriting.
Well, I think she's got a plan. She wouldn't have done something prematurely.
Let's keep the hopes high, yeah? Like I have for episode 9. Because I was a little bit pissed off after episode 8. Like, you guys probably...
That's a different situation, though. Rian Johnson came in and saw what he could do with the characters and did it in the most abrupt way for shock value, rather than giving thought to an overall story, which is where JJ is. JJ started it. Rian Johnson thought, hey, I'm going to do my own thing, and then now JJ is trying to bring back what he did and
put something that the other guy did, yeah?
Yeah, just continue and wrap up the story nicely.
Yeah, because they cannot say, oh, the last episode was a hoax, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, what should happen was this.
Yeah, no, he's just continuing it on and just doing as best he can, and that's, fingers crossed for episode 9. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's keep the hopes high, yeah?
Which we're giving a little spoilers into what episode 8's review is going to be like. But let's start off with...
that I was pissed off. I didn't say I was pissed off about...
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's start off with Song of the Week, and I've got a song ready for Big H right here.
No,
so if you transfer your
this.
headphones to the socket here.
I'm rubbish on this game. Life is not fair. Okay. So let's see what you have ready for me this week. If I don't like the music, I will say it.
No, you're going to like the music, I reckon.
Have the bad name. Either Bryan Adams or Guns N' Roses.
Oh, no.
Second?
Nope.
What?
No, neither.
Damn, I really like the music and I know
what
the
is
music.
the name of the song? Because you did kind of say it right at the beginning there.
Give Love a Bad Name, yeah?
Yeah. Who's it by, though? Is it Bryan Adams or Guns N' Roses? It's in the same sort of vein.
Oh, the guy with the scarf. What was his name? No, not that.
Maybe? I'm not sure if I ever knew of him wearing a scarf.
I give up.
No, come on. I'll give you the initials. BJ. And that's not blow. No, never mind.
Brian.
No.
Bon Jovi.
Yes.
I know it was the guy with the band on the head, yeah?
Yeah, man. Okay, so I'll should I give you a point for that? I kind of gave it away.
I figured out the name of the music. At least half a point. Come on.
Wait, yeah, but the title was in the song. I mean,
doesn't matter.
Like right at the beginning.
And I figured out.
I'll give you a point.
I know it was a guy with the band thing on the head. Yeah, come on.
You recognise the song.
Come on.
I'll give you a point.
Come on.
You got the point.
Come on, I deserve the point. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me the. I already give me the point.
So what's that? 4-2 to Anna?
I have no idea. I'm not keeping scores.
Anna's got like 4. You've got 2. I've got 1.
You're rubbish on this game.
I hardly play though.
Okay. So John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, John Bon Jovi. Is that his name?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can Google it.
But then
there was a lot of posters of John Bon Jovi in my house in Portugal.
I've never heard of the John. Well, maybe I have. I don't know. Maybe I have. I know Bon Jovi. It's Bon Jovi, but
he was a sex symbol of the 80s.
A lot of people like him.
Beginning of the 90s, yeah.
He makes
so my
cool
sisters
music,
had a lot of John Bon Jovi stuff.
Really?
And Russell, what is the name of the Guns N' Roses guy?
A fan of your mum was a fan.
My sisters.
Your sisters?
I have 3 sisters older than I.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
So my older sister, when I was 10, she was 15. She was totally a teenager, yeah?
Yeah. Wicked.
Okay.
Well, anyway, let's move on to the Star Wars special. 5 of 5. The 5th and final episode of our Star Wars special.
No!
Where we get to talk
finishing
about the last of the live-action Star Wars films.
Starting by the reboot of A New Hope. I know, sorry. was A whole new story
Episode 4.2.
in better quality.
Yeah. But in this one, Han Solo is grey, but Chewie isn't.
He's great. Ah, yeah, he's great. Hair. Duh.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker is a girl.
What? What? He's hardly in the film.
Second.
Oh, I see what he did. Yeah, Ray. Yeah.
Duh.
Luke is... Yeah, Ray is like Luke.
C-3PO is a black dude.
C-3PO is a... What?
A black dude.
Finn is like C-3PO.
Yes.
Where are you getting that from now?
He's always complaining.
No,
He
he's
is. At the beginning, at least.
not.
Then he
Well,
put
yeah,
himself
because
together.
he's like getting killed.
Then he put himself together. And we
Yeah.
have two balls, one on top of each other, pretending that he's R2D2, but he's actually BB-8.
Yo, don't mess with BB-8. Yeah,
I like BB-8. Come on.
BB-8 is cool. Yeah,
When he does that thing with the lighter,
there's a
giving the
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up. Very cool.
Yes. You know
I would
what?
totally see a TV show just between R2D2 and BB-8. If they,
That would be amazing. Even if it was an animated film
yeah.
or an animated
But
show
they
or
will
something.
they will need to translate the beeps. They do, yeah, because I cannot.
Just have subtitles.
Yeah, subtitles. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a learning curve for all the children. Have like an animated show of R2 and BB-8, but have subtitles so the kids have to read, learn to read. Yeah.
Welcome to my childhood in Portugal, where I had to read the subtitles to know what Han Solo and Leia were saying on the TV.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Although
I
they
forgot.
did start dubbing it, though, didn't
No,
they?
they don't dubbing in Portugal.
No dubbing whatsoever.
No dubbing.
No?
Either you read it or you're out of it,
Oh, right.
as
okay.
it should be. Keep the original voices of the artists. Yeah.
I mean, I personally watch films and shows with subtitles anyway. I just like it because it's something to read whilst you're looking at the
So I'm
picture.
saying keep the original voice of the artist. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Can you imagine Han Solo on the TV and suddenly you hear the Spanish voice saying, "Hola, Leia. Mañana
Plus-
nos vamos."
I don't think there's a
I-
Spanish word for nerf herder. Is there?
I don't even know what a nerf herder is.
Me neither, but it's something funny.
I know.
Or no, it's something bad actually because he took offence to it. Who you calling a nerf? I'm repeating myself.
Okay, but you get what I mean? For instance, I have a cousin of mine that was in France, second cousin, and he was coming to Portugal every summer for
Yeah.
holidays, yeah? Because summer in Portugal wouldn't go there for holidays, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. So he brought his favorite movie that he was watching at the time, The Mask.
Oh, Jim Carrey. Yeah, man.
Not Jim Carrey. Jim
No?
Carrey was the face. The voice was from some random French actor.
Oh.
Can you imagine now? The disappointment on me when I start listening The Mask because I knew almost all the sentences by heart, yeah?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
English.
all the dialogue.
And suddenly you start listening the same thing, almost the same thing, in French.
Mm.
With the dude that is not Jim Carrey.
No, yeah.
It's not
It's
the
a-
same thing, mate.
It's kind of the same for me when I'm watching Dragon Ball. Like I can hardly watch the the Japanese version
Yeah.
compared
For me,
to the dub because that's what I watched. I watched all of the English dubs.
I know that my Brazilian friends that are listening to this show will probably start calling me names, yeah. But for me, the best Dragon Ball is the Portuguese version because I completely understand all the jokes they are doing.
But anyway, getting back to episode 7, I think it's an awesome film. Even if it feels like a rehash, it feels like a reboot as well as a remake and a sequel, all at the same time. So let's move on to writing, story and dialogue. What would you give the number?
As I said, there is some parts that is close to episode 4, yeah, but there is also some new stuff over there. So I will give it probably a 7 because it's not perfect, but it's good enough.
Yeah. I think I'd Also, give it a 7.
So, themes and tone.
Yeah. What do you make of the themes? Very similar to A New Hope.
Very similar to A New Hope. And we loved A New Hope.
Do you think this film is more serious or light-hearted compared to A New Hope?
I'll say it's pretty much the same. No?
You think?
Well, it started with
I think this has more jokes.
Is it?
It feels like it does.
Yeah, there's moments, especially at the middle of the movie, that it is, yeah. And the beginnings start to be a little bit more serious as well. No, they both open with the battle scene, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
They both open with the battle scene, one in the space and the other in the at the ground level, yeah. Yes.
I mean, no discredit to Adam Driver, but Kylo Ren hasn't got a thing on Darth Vader.
Oh, no, he's not.
No.
It was a little bit disappointing for me when he took off the helmet and I saw it was the guy from Glee.
He was in Glee, was he?
Or something like that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So, themes and tone.
I think the tone of the film isn't quite as good as the tone in A New Hope, where I would probably give this a very mediocre score. Yeah, because it's fun, yeah, but it's just the fun for being the sake of fun. Because hey, we're still Disney, we're gonna do Star Wars, it's fun, yeah, woo, woo. Even though it's a 12A or a PG-13. I mean, I don't know. I felt
it's
like
not totally kid friendly as well, yeah.
No, but what I mean is it's like half and half.
It's not Frozen.
It's halfway between episode 1 or episode 4 kind of lightness with the seriousness of episode 3.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It starts very serious about himself.
It's halfway between the two,
and then
and that's why I find it confusing. It's sort of like all over the place.
No, for me the jokes were well placed, to be honest.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It wasn't on the middle of any fight on any moment that should be serious. Yeah.
The reason why I'm giving it a 5 isn't because it's bad. I'm just saying it's generic. It's like it's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So I'm gonna give it a little bit more. I'm gonna give it a 6.
A 6, okay, that's fair dues.
5 for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so direction and pace. It was well paced. Didn't feel like it is a 2-hour movie almost, yeah?
No, I think the direction is probably some of the its strongest suit with JJ. He definitely knows how to keep his audience interested.
Yeah. So that I was going to say, he looked like it went like this, yeah? Quite fast. So he wanted a little bit more. And then you have to wait 1 year for the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
So I will give it probably the biggest score that I'm going to give to this movie. I'm going to give it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... I
forgot
probably...
about cinematography after everything. Yeah, I will give it a 9. JJ knows how to put us...
See, I'm going to give it one lower and go an 8.
Wow.
Just because I don't think that it's spectacular in that respect, but it's definitely solid.
I didn't say it was spectacular. If it was spectacular, I will give it a 10.
Yeah, I know, but... No, you go from spectacular to masterpiece. You know, Inception is a masterpiece. Endgame is spectacular. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cinematography. There is some scenes that are really beautiful. Like when she's coming on the Death Star, on the Star Killer, or whatever is the name of the ship. When she's collecting stuff.
Oh, yes.
At the beginning of the movie, yeah? And she goes inside the battleship.
Yeah.
Remember that part?
Yeah, no, that was... Yeah, the lighting and the colour, for sure, is it's very realistic, but yeah, it manages to be colourful, vivid.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely sort of pops.
And then you go to the planet where she met the one with the glasses. What is her name?
Oh, I know who you're.
Ma something, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember her name off the top of my head either. Actually, thinking about it.
And that part of the movie is also beautiful, yeah.
Mm.
The part of
All
the
the puppetry
forest
work in
and
that.
yeah,
I mean, it was like reliving Mos Eisley, the cantina
yeah.
in episode 4. Again, it's there's so many nods to episode 4
Callbacks, yeah.
that it's a little bit like
So
annoying, but it's also fun. It's showing what Star Wars is going to look like, from here on out,
mm-hmm.
which is pretty cool.
Playing a little bit with the nostalgia, but also giving us new stuff.
I'll definitely give the cinematography
I'm gonna give it a 9.
For me an 8 again. Just because I think it's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Just not the best of the best, if you know what I mean.
So editing, I think is as good as they are all the time. Yeah.
So editing, transitions in between. I mean, it's classic editing again.
That I'm saying, yeah. So I will give it a classic 7
You would?
because yeah, it doesn't bring anything new.
I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm going an 8 again because I think the editing is snappy. It never lingers too far. It's also a lot of clever shots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know was the direction, but the transitions between shots I think can be quite clever,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the final act where you think that it's Finn with the lightsaber, or he's going to be the hero, but then it turns out to be Rey, and just how that's edited together, how that's pieced, it's very clever.
I think I was into
Definitely.
Rey being the hero since the beginning, mate.
It definitely subverted expectations. Yeah, I'm giving it editing an 8 as well. Acting though, were there any standout performances?
I like the guy that does Poe in this movie, yeah?
Who?
Poe.
Poe. Yeah, although he's
pilot.
not in the film enough.
Yeah, but he's not the main character, yeah? He's like a little bit like Han Solo on the first movie, yeah? He's the hot ball. if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. I would give acting maybe a 7, just because it's very nearly an 8. Maybe
Yeah, I
isn't
will
an
give
8.
it a 7 as well. There is no... I will give an 8 to BB-8 if he was alone in that movie, because he makes me laugh sometimes.
Actually, Adam Driver as Kylo Ren was very in your face, but it definitely worked, and maybe I could say that he was a standout performance. But I think sometimes that he can come off a little bit, just a little bit cheesy here and there.
Over dramatic, yeah.
Yeah, over dramatic for sure, but it's still solid for sure. Yeah, I'm sticking with 7.
And what's about his granddaddy issues? Yeah, come on. You give it a 7?
Yeah.
I give it a 7 too.
Although production, and I'm going to go with the same here, production and SFX and VFX, I'm going to both give them a 9.
Me too.
Because
Some of the best
Disney
work on the movie, yeah.
Disney put a lot of money into this, but J.J. Abrams used that money well.
Yeah.
And it shows. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking film. The costumes, to the makeup, to the puppets, to the CGI, just everything is spectacular. It's hands down the best thing about this film, in my opinion. I mean, what about you? What do you
Yeah,
think?
I like very much. Yeah, the CGI and the makeup stuff on this movie is great. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the costumes and set and props is what Star Wars get used to us. Yeah, get us used to. Sorry,
Yeah.
bad English now. So doesn't get out of the. Everyone likes Star Wars because it looks realistic. Yeah, it looks something that you can go to the street and find out all the moisture towers and. All those little animals, and so they have very attention to the details as well. Yeah, it's not a sterile environment. Yeah, nothing over there is shiny and white, and It's
No.
dirty and
Run down as well.
Yeah.
It looks like a world that's lived in.
Yes.
For sure, and that makes it
sense,
more believable.
Makes sense what I'm saying, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, soundtrack.
John Williams has come back again.
Yeah. And the awesomeness on the soundtrack has come with him, yeah?
I think he does an awesome job.
Yeah,
but not a
is it
spectacular
better
job.
than episode 5?
No,
Nah.
it's not a spectacular job. I would give it an 8 because he does a really good job and brings in, Rey's theme and Kylo's, and I mean, he does his thing. I mean, he's nearly done every single Star Wars film, so he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the grand scheme of things, it can feel generic, and I could have given him a lower score, but how can I when he's doing an awesome job still?
Yeah.
So for me, it's an 8.
It's an 8.
An 8 as well, yeah.
Intentions. Why was this movie made? This movie was clearly made to start up a new trilogy, yeah?
Well,
and all the stuff that
money.
came after the trilogy as well. Because he started the beginning of all the things that we are seeing now. The Mandalorian and Star Wars Rebels and...
But it was really Disney. It was Disney wanting money.
Of course, mate. You don't gonna buy a Ferrari and keep it in the garage, yeah?
Yeah.
You're gonna drive it and I'm gonna take as most as you can from it, yeah?
Yeah. But do you think the film was made for new fans or old fans?
Was made, I think, for both of them, yeah? That's why it had so many callbacks to the New Hope as well, which I appreciate, because it was when I was a kid, it was my movie, yeah? But I understand why some people were so pissed off, especially the people that hasn't have the same memories as I have from the childhood.
Yeah.
Because your generation, for instance, grow up with the prequels, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
This new generation will grow up with the sequels. I was the one that went to see all of them in the cinema.
All of them?
Almost. I didn't saw all of them in the cinema because I was too young, yeah?
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it was a novelty still, yeah?
Mm.
When I saw first time the New Hope, the movie had 5 years or something like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
The first time you saw A New Hope, probably the movie was 20 or something like that, yeah?
No, I'd have been about 8 when I watched A New Hope.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was young when I watched Star Wars.
So which year was you were born?
92.
So, 92. The movie is from 79.
Yeah. I would have been about 8 years old when I watched it.
And you were 8 years old, 92, so you saw it in 2000, yeah?
Yeah, somewhere around
21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
21 years when you saw the first time the movie, yeah?
21 years old. Yeah, it was about 21 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
My math is solid. The math is solid on me.
22 years, actually, because it came out in 78.
78? I thought it was 79, sorry.
78.
But as I said, at least 20 years when you saw...
Oh, was it 77?
No, it wasn't that old. Well, no.
No, Star Wars A New Hope, 77.
Seriously?
Because it goes 77, 80, 83, 99, 02, 05, 15, 17, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Rogue One is 16, Solo is 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That I know all the release dates of Star Wars. Not a nerd or anything, I'm just a big fan.
Just a little bit, yeah. So intentions. Why was this movie made?
I think they had good. No, they had bad intentions.
There is no bad
just
intentions.
The money.
Mate, it's not just. It's a company. What do you mean? Of course, the
okay.
companies don't exist to give you what you want. They exist to give you what you want and make money from it.
For its audience,
that's why you have
pulled it off. I think but not 100%.
Not 100% what?
It pulled it off in terms of being successful for the fans, from a majority of fans, let's say. Mm-hmm. Episode 7 was definitely more well received
than Episode 8, yeah.
Yeah, and Solo, maybe even Rogue One. I think they did a good job. I would give it a 7. It's a they managed to
I will give it an 8.
do well.
Okay, so personal enjoyability.
Yeah, personal enjoyability. I would give it an 8
I will give it an 8 as well.
because I enjoyed the film
Yeah,
because it had a lot of fan service.
exactly.
Yeah, but for its intended audience, it didn't do well.
And
In my
which
opinion.
one was his intended audience?
New
The
fans,
Then you and
old fans,
I know.
and any fans that or people that are going to become fans as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I don't think that it didn't do well for the old fans. So yeah, we've got our scores and we are gonna add them up.
Yep. Okay, so my score on this movie was 87. And your score, Mr. D?
So my number is 84.
So really close.
What was yours, sorry?
87.
87. Yeah. No, it's quite... It was close though. Yeah.
No,
It's a solid film.